9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Hello boys and girls, it is Wednesday the 29th of April, and yes, our focus today is sports skills. We'll be looking at throwing and catching, okay, as our focus, and we need to make sure we've got the right equipment for our setup for the drills that I've got for you guys today. Please make sure, 1, 2, 3 markers. As you can see, I'm using cones that will be for the warm-up. You will need a tennis ball, okay, you will need 2 pieces of A4 paper, alright, I've got 2 different colors, which is excellent, but if you do not, don't stress. 2 pieces of paper will do, and then you're going to need a bucket or a wash basket of some sort just to catch the tennis ball. We need like a target, okay. And as you can see, I've also got a weight, alright, which I'm going to put into that bucket as well. Okay, so boys and girls, press pause and go and make sure that you've got your equipment for the setup, and then we can get started. Alright, so let's talk about our warm-up. Boys and girls, we'll go from a warm-up into a stretch, as you know, and then into 3 exercises for our focus, followed by 2 static stretches at the end in a cool down. Okay, so you see I've got 1, 2, 3 cones over here for the warm-ups, and we are going to do a very cool warm-up involving the tennis ball and catching. Okay, so Coach K will stand back here. Okay, this will be my starting point. I'm going to very gently underarm the tennis ball against the wall and catch it. Run to the second cone, which is in front. Throw a short catch. Make a side tap to the left. Throw up against the wall. Make a catch. Back to my right side taps. Throw the ball, catch. Backwards to the beginning. Throw the ball and catch. So you can see every single cone. We're throwing the ball against the wall to make the catch while we are making the movements. And yes, it's a warm-up, so we do want to try and get these movements done quickly, but that also depends on whether we make the catches or not. So, how many times do we need to do this, alright? Coach K is going to ask us to do this 5 times, okay, as a set. We will do 2 sets in between the stretches, alright? If you don't make the catches, don't worry. Just go fetch your ball and just continue, alright? So 5 reps being there, and back being 1, and then we go again, alright? But obviously making the catches. Okay, so 5 of those, boys and girls. Are you ready? Let's get onto our mark. Remember, at every cone, we underarm the ball at the wall to make the catch. Here we go. Right. Short catch, side tap, side tap, side tap, short catch, side tap, side tap, side tap, short catch, backwards. That's 1. Alright, let's keep going, keep going. Yes. That's going to be 2. Make sure you've got all your catches. Okay, you take them. That's what we're going to focus. Alright. Take the catches, make the movements. That's 3. Alright, here we go. You should be having some fun with this exercise, guys. Keep the movements going. Alright. Whoopsie, that's 4. Here we go. Side taps. Working both sides of the body. And that's 5 done. Alright, so boys and girls, as you can see, a little bit of movement, but involving the ball, which is obviously allowing us to have some fun with the warm-up. But also at the same time, we're having to focus really hard. Okay, so boys and girls, where you are, please, for the warm-up, because we're going to be using our arms, the throwing exercises today, we want to make sure that we warm up, we loosen up the area around the shoulders, the rotator cuff muscles, the arms. So all I want us to do is to put our arms extended out to our sides and make small circles going inwards. Okay, just like that. And as we keep moving those arms, we make those circles bigger and bigger and bigger until we full circle. Alright, very, very good. Alright, and we go back to the way it was in the beginning. Alright, And this time we make small circles in the opposite direction, which is now going back. Okay, and those circles get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we've got our full circles. All right, excellent. Okay, let's also move those arms from side to side, also using the twist in our torso, in our body. Okay, and we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, excellent, guys. Right, back onto those markers. Let's get the second set going for our warm-up. Make the catches. 1, 2, 3 catches. 4. That completes 1 rep. Right, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Backwards, 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 backwards. That's 2 reps. Way. Come, coach. Okay. Let's get those throws going. Let's focus a little bit harder here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make all the catches. Okay. That's 3. Let's keep going. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Building some confidence now in the drill. Moving a little bit faster. Taking all the catches. What? That's 4. Let's go. Let's go. Excellent work. Right, let's go. Let's do 1 more there. 1 more. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Well done, guys. Very good set. Okay, good warm up. All right. And let's go back to those stretches in the arms because we're going to go to our focus now. Right, so small circles going forward. Let's get bigger and bigger and full circles. Excellent work. Right, back to the start. This time going backwards. Roll those arms backwards. Getting bigger and bigger and bigger and full circles. Very good. And stop. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So boys and girls, we're going to go into the focus of our lesson today for sports skills. And the first one is going to be a catching exercise. Alright? And the catching exercise we're going to do today, as I said, we will always progress from the weeks before, is I want you guys to go and stand with your back towards a wall, okay? And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to throw the ball behind you, okay? It'll knock on the wall and bounce back, and what you've got to do is, obviously lifting your head, watch that ball come off the wall and react. Try and make the catch, okay? So I would say that if that's going to be quite easy for some of us, more advanced would be then catching one hand off the wall. But otherwise, you might want to just give yourself a little bit of a test up front using that first set. We're going to do 3 sets, 10 catches or 10 attempts. If we drop, we still count that effort, but get 10 reps, okay? And if you find that's getting easier, then try and attempt one hand, okay? So that you're on a more advanced level. All right, Coach K is going to have his first two sets. He's going to go 2 hands, and his last set he'll keep to the 1 hand, just so that he mixes it up a little bit for you guys. All right, so let's get onto the wall. Maybe if you want to experiment a little bit first and just see how it goes. So it's going to look something like this. Okay, very gently off the wall, oi, and then catch. And if you need to leave the wall, you leave the wall. Okay. So just try and judge the pace that you're throwing the ball up against the wall. If you throw too hard, you're never going to give yourself a chance. You've got to give a little bit of height as well. Okay, just so that you've got that time to react at least. Okay, give yourself a chance. Alright, so boys and girls, let's have a look. Coach K is going to attempt his 10 for his first set. Here he goes. 1, alright. 2, 3, 4. Oops, see, that was too hard. 5. And 6, and 7, much better, and 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, so you can see the idea there, boys and girls. Okay, if you've caught it easy, all right, then you can challenge yourself, try and catch one hand. And as you saw, halfway through that first set, There was a one that I threw up against the wall too hard and had to react. All it's going to do is it's just going to rush you to react quicker. So yes, you can test yourself like that if you want. If you find that you're throwing and it's just too easy and the flow is too easy, you want to challenge yourself, throw a little bit harder, okay, and see whether you can react a little bit quicker. Right, second set, here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, that's a stretch. 4, 5, there's a stretch again, testing myself. 6, 7, 8, 9, let's test myself a little bit here now. Okay, 10, not too much of a tester. Alright, so boys and girls, that's the second set done. We'll have one more set to do. Okay, if you're ready, Coach K is going to catch one hand now, so he's going to throw and catch one hand. Just to advance it slightly for those that are going to attempt as well. Alright, so up against the wall, here we go, next 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, oopsie, don't snatch boys and girls, 3, that's 4, sorry, attempt 4, 5, do not snatch, that's the mistake I made, 6, 7, try and take one with my left hand, 8, back to the left hand, 9, last one, 10. Okay, boys and girls, nice little exercise there just to watch the ball coming overhead in reacting. Okay, again, reaction time, like the challenge video on Friday that I put across to you guys, and hope we all did well there. Alright, so let's have a look at exercise 2, which is going to be overarm throws. I'm going to take you through the technique quickly. However, before I do, I need the following setup. Alright, so you've got this marker over here in the warm-ups, and that marker is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, 4 to 5 steps is fine. 4 to 5 steps, you can work it. Then we're going to have a piece of paper that's put up here, as you can see, and then another one that's put down lower over here. Okay, so you can see more or less the piece of paper that's put up this side, okay, on the top of the wall. There's no measurements, guys. It's really just a case of making sure you've got one that is above your head and then another that is below your head. Okay, so that we've got 2 different targets to throw at. The top target, okay, I'm going to need to throw a little bit higher, and that is going to then come off the wall for me to make a catch. Okay, the bottom target I'm going to throw at, and that's obviously going to bounce in front of me before I take my catch or before I field the ball. So, boys and girls, please guys, we are trying to throw these targets, and the way Coach K is going to work is we have 3 sets, okay, with 10 throws, but the first 5 are going to be at the top target, and the second 5 are going to be the bottom target, okay, so on the bounce, and that'll complete 1 set. And we'll do that 3 times, okay, 3 sets. Alright, we want to try and hit the top target and the bottom target, but if we don't, it's going to stress. As I said, it's the effort that we're putting in, and it will still count to rep. So Coach K will just show you quickly. He's on his marker here. The top target is going to throw like that, okay, the bottom target like that. So you can see the difference. The one off the wall on the full to catch, the one then a little bit lower on the bounce for you to catch. Okay. Boys and girls, let's just have a look quickly at the throwing technique, because all these throws need to be overarm, not underarm. All overarm. I do not want us standing facing our targets, throwing chest on. Okay? Alright? Definitely not front on. Okay? For our throws, we need to get side on. And what I want us to do getting side on, boys and girls, is use that back leg. If I'm a right-hand thrower, which I am, I need to make sure that when I throw, okay, my left arm is obviously stretched out towards my target, okay? But when I throw, I drive through with my right leg in my throw. And I think that's what we're going to try and do. We're not going to throw the hardest we can throw here in this exercise, because there's not enough distance. However, we are going to practice the right technique, okay? In making sure that we drive that back leg through from a side-on position and throwing over the top, not from the side, okay? So all the cricket players, all the softball players, you know, we've learned this with our coaches. We just need to make sure that we keep practicing it, okay? We never get into the bad habits. So let's get that side-on action going. Let's throw 5 at the top, then 5 at the bottom, and that completes the set. All right, are we ready, guys? Right, first set of 3. Top target, Coach K to the side. All right, he's aiming at that yellow piece of paper, and let's begin. Okay, you can see as he drives his right foot forward. That's 1. Okay, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Okay, hitting the yellow all the time. Let's go to the bottom. 1, 2. This is that green. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so targets are being hit. And hopefully you guys are doing the same. Just doing decent technique, guys. Right, so that's the first set done. Gonna go on to the second set now. Are we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, let's go. Green target. 1. Drive through that back leg. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, second set done, boys and girls. Have a drink of water, and as you know, the intensity is not as bad as Mondays and Tuesdays, okay, and Thursdays. Those are the intensity sessions, okay? We use our Wednesdays more or less on the recovery kind of thing, okay, where we focus very much on skills as we recover from the hard work of a Monday, Tuesday session. Okay, so last set, here we go. See if you can hit your target. Drive that back leg through, stay side on. 1, 2, 3, making our catches. 4, and 5. And if you're not making the catches, not a stress, guys. Just continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, there we go. Right, second exercise complete, okay? And if you've done that correctly, guys, you'll feel a very good workout through the good throws that you guys are attempting, okay? We're going to go on to an underarm bucket throw, okay? And when I say that, I mean we are going to use the same targets there, but this time underarm, trying to hit the target and at the right pace, trying to land the ball onto the target that is set up in front of us. Okay, so as I said, I'm taking this bucket, all right, and this weight, and I'm going to place it 2 steps from the wall. 1, 2. Now remember, you will be 4 to 5 steps back, all right, from where you're throwing. You've now got to judge, okay, through an underarm throw by trying to hit the top target that the ball then bounces off the wall and lands into the bucket from where you're standing, okay? And the same with the bottom target into the bucket, okay? So different paces for different heights in your release, and you're going to get a good feel for that, okay? You can see that Coach K will also struggle with this exercise, all right? If you do not have a bucket, boys and girls, don't worry, okay? Because we can also use a piece of paper. It's the same thing. Put the piece of paper down on the ground, and it's the same thing. Trying to throw the ball off the target on the wall, that it bounces onto the piece of paper. I'm going to use a bucket, okay? You guys have the choice of a piece of paper or a bucket. Alright, so let's get going. Coach K is going to do 3 sets of these as well. He's going to throw 5 at the top, 5 at the bottom, just like the overarm throws. Okay, so it'll look something like this. Alright? Whoa, that's a bad one. Gotta bring it back. Whoa, that was close. Alright. So you can see, guys, you'll make the judgment based on your first few throws. on what the feel needs to be like in releasing that tennis ball on the top target, and it's going to be the same with the bottom target. Okay, the bottom target you'll find is a lot more flatter, and the top target will be more of a loop. I'm going to hold onto my second tennis ball here, just because I have a feeling at some stage this first tennis ball is going to roll off somewhere into the house, and I don't want to leave you guys. So I'm going to have a backup here. You guys can have a backup as well. Otherwise, just go fetch your ball and continue. All right. Okay, so boys and girls, here we go. I'm going to go 5 at the top, then 5 at the bottom. Here we go. Oops, that's a bad one. 1, didn't meet my target. And oops, and 2. Okay, so I got that one in. All right, off the 3rd attempt, 4th attempt, 5th attempt. Right, now we're going for green, remember? For green. Okay, that's 1. Go again. Yo, okay, that was actually in. You will have that, you can count that. 3, no. Time for 1, oh, no, it's coming back. Told you we're going to be looking for balls. Alright, that one's going to roll away from me. I'm bringing out number 2. And 5. Yes, man. Right. So, that completes the first set. Let me go fetch that other tennis ball quickly. I'm sure you guys are having the same problems in having to fetch the tennis balls. And that's alright with a delay, okay? Totally cool. Let's just make sure we try this. We're trying to do this exercise properly. Okay, so we're going to go second set. Top target. Here we go. Get the feel right. That's 1. This is the hardest one, obviously. Okay, the loop. Oh, okay, that was close. That's 3. Right, let's continue. 3. Softly and almost. And yeah, okay, that's in. That is in. Right, so that was 5. I'm going to attempt the green now. Here we go. Nope. Oh, that's in. That's in. It's just bounced off of the weight. Okay, so that's 2 with 1 throw in. Okay, I'm going to get my second tennis ball out. Okay, that's 4. And that's 5. Right, second set complete. Go and round up your tennis balls. Okay. Third set, boys and girls. Are we ready? Here we go. Third set. Off the yellow. And no. That's 1. And no. 2. Okay, that was in. It came off the weights and bounced out. That's 4. And, oh, okay, short. Alright, let's go back to green target. Green target. Nope. Alright, second tennis ball coming out. That's it. Right, second one in. Nope. And, nope. Alright, let me get my first one out. I've got another one, so I think 2 more throws. Nope. Okay, alright. Okay, so boys and girls, that completes that exercise. Let me grab this bucket, so let's wait for the sign over here. Alright, and yeah, I'll go clean up the tennis balls just now. They're all over the house now. Alright, so boys and girls, that completes the focus. Please, go and do this as many times as you want. These are awesome little drills that keep us occupied at the same time. Also helping our ball skills. Okay, and yeah, look, as I said, especially with the second exercise, we're going to do a throwing exercise, guys. Make sure that we practice side on, running over the top, driving that bat leg forward. Practice good habits. Okay, right. We're going to go into our cool down now, and because we were throwing, we are going to do static stretches using the wall, okay, for some resistance to stretch those muscles that we have worked for this session. So the first exercise that I want you to do is just to grab your arm, okay? So take your arm, put your flat hand, the palm on the wall, okay, and just stand slightly away from the wall, and all you're going to do is you're going to turn your body, okay, into the wall, getting a nice stretch into that chest, okay, so, or into the pec, right, so let's keep it there for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Just step away from the wall. So yes, Just make sure, bend at the elbow, into the wall, and get that good stretch feel in as you guys fight the wall, okay, with the resistance. Let's do another set for me, please. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. For the second exercise, the second stretch, okay, also using the wall, we're going to try and get into that rotator cuff, into our shoulder, into our chest, okay, to work those muscles that we use for throwing. I want you to do the same, just this time, the arm will be on the top of, or basically above your head, okay, and exactly the same thing. All you're going to do is you're going to push into the wall, right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's just break off for a second. Okay, if you feel it, really, really good stretch. Okay, let's repeat. Back to the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright guys, that is all for today, okay? Sharp, short, and intense. That's how we want to keep these sessions. Hope you've had fun. We'll see you again tomorrow, okay? Thursday, agility and speed. And yes, there might be a little bit of a challenge for you guys as well, since Friday is also a public holiday. So we'll throw the challenge that we usually have on a Friday into our Thursday session with the agility and speed session. Alright, boys and girls, take it easy. See you tomorrow.